All right, let's try this again. Okay, itamek chico. Good day. It is Monday, um, August 24th, I think, 2020 in the lunar cycle Pakipis Tsotsa dates be when the choke cherries ripen. And I'm just going to take a little walk this evening through part of my neighborhood, which is called Winston Churchill subdivision, and then through Park Meadows, and pretty much the kind of the loop that Chelsea and I run, that will probably run tomorrow morning. It's just over 4 kilometers, not far, but I'll take the phone with me. Haven't done a live video for a bit, and I wanted to do one today and tried to do one earlier and then got interrupted by a rattlesnake call. So we'll see if we can get through this one without another call. Just flip the camera around here quick. I'm just in my yard and I wanted to show you my gigantic lettuce here, which is going to seed, which is what I wanted it to do. Hey, this was a lettuce that was the seed was in the ground from last year's. Maybe it never even kind of sprouted last year, but it went another winter and then sprouted on its own. So I figured it's kind of perhaps acclimatized. So I want to take some seed, and it's just starting to go to seed. And I've got kale and broccolis down there and beans that haven't been watering very much, and so that's why they look so yellow. They're not doing so good. They've been burnt by the sun a bit. Anyway, let's head out on our walk. Yeah, I just been sitting too long. Up until that snake call that cut me off from the earlier attempt at this video. Up until that call, I had no business today. No skunk calls, no snake calls, no nothing. So I've been sitting around at the house for the most part. I think I made one trip to the grocery store that I've been drinking too many of. This is my third one today. Got to stop at that. So this is 21st Avenue North, Lethbridge, that I'm walking down right now. Still quite a bit of color. Yes, this is live right now. Just taking a little stroll around the neighborhood because I need to get out and about. Someone in the earlier attempt at this video had asked whether or not I was wearing shoes, and I just like, what do you think? You know, how could I possibly be wearing shoes on a day like this? It's very comfortable. I don't know what the temperature is, probably like 27 degrees Celsius, somewhere around there, I'm guessing. So it's warm, but overcast, probably overcast with fire smog a little bit, though I don't really smell it, but that's kind of the way it looks. And that overcast blocking out the sun, you know, makes it pretty comfortable. Hello. Also want to kind of get out and look at what fruit trees are available around me here, because back back in Heritage Heights, I had kind of a route through the neighborhood where I could pick some fruit, especially fruit that the city was growing in the green strips and such. And I really haven't done that much exploration of the neighborhood here this year. Not as much as I'd have liked. I did recently discover a park close by here that we were unaware of before. Maybe we'll go swing by there real quick. I took Will and Reed to the playground there last week, one of the days they were with me, and it's not a big playground, but they had fun. And I got to chill out in the shade. I should have brought my hammock. There's a lot of trees kind of back away from the trails. This must be 22nd Avenue. Heading east. Crossing with 23rd or 22nd Street. No, 23rd. I can... No, 22nd. 22nd Street is what that sign says. Yeah. My eye, it's getting there. 23rd Avenue and 22nd Street. Somebody had said something. What was that note? I missed it. Top chat. Been a while since I've caught a live chat. It's been a while since I've had a live chat. Or a live streaming video. I don't know, I just hadn't thought to do it recently. These are the apartments one of my friends lives in. Not this particular set, but just back behind it. Some of you might remember Roseanne from the Arts and Entrepreneurship program last winter. Roseanne Bottle, she lives over there. As well as Mahoney's cousin Autumn. Yeah, so this is the new to us park, and I've come back. I guess this is the third time I've kind of walked back in here now, and haven't encountered any human beings here yet. Oh, well, that's not true. One guy walked through when I was here with the boys. But, oh, here's some people. Okay. So people do visit here, but it's pretty quiet. Okay. Nice spot in a big field back there. I was thinking I'd like to get I'd like to get baseball mitts and all of that stuff and play catch, but you know, I grew up American. Down here, all the boys want to play hockey. They don't want to play baseball. I missed another note there. What was that? I've been off YouTube. Just had to deal with the tornado damage. Wow. Crazy. Getting caught up in my channels. Right on. So, where do you live that you had the tornado? I probably should know this, but My eye's not working really great. I didn't even see the name of who left the note. I'm just trying to squint to look. Texas. Ah, okay. Mary Duff. Yeah. Texas. I probably told you before that I stayed in Texas for a while. Stayed in San Angelo at the Goodfellow Air Force Base there while I was doing signals intelligence training. And then I used to go, me and some of the boys used to go from Fort Polk, Louisiana. We'd drive in to West Texas or East Texas and go skydiving at a place out there. And of course, like Galveston Island and visiting some of those boys towns on the borders of Mexico. all the stuff military guys do when they're stationed along that area. A couple hours from Fort what was that? Oh yeah, Fort Hood. Yeah, I visited Fort Hood because of course they have a intelligence collection station there as well. And so we went to look at how their TK operated compared to ours. And I actually got out of the military a little bit early on account of how our whole division there from Fort Polk was scheduled to move to Fort Hood. And I don't know where the division there was moving to. Ours is an infantry division. And if we had only so much time left in the Army, we had to make a choice to agree to reboot or re-up, or leave early so they didn't have to pay the expenses of moving us. So I've been trying to get out of the military for a while before then, and I happily took that few months early off. So now we're in Park Meadows proper rather than Churchill. When we crossed that last street there with the light, still on 23rd Ave. Heading east, and we were walking along the property line of the Park Meadows Elementary School, where Will goes to school, and Cody was supposed to be starting first grade here as well this year, but we are keeping them both out. School is going to start up here, but I got too much concern about the COVID spread potential in that environment. Like almost 2 decades in education or whatever, and I know what schools equal when it comes to viruses, so they won't be going, at least not for the fall term. Maybe in January, depending on what we see happen with those that do go back in fall. Much bigger playground at the school. Then in that neighborhood park, this is where I usually take them, the kids, if they want to play. There's a really loud pickup hauling ass through the neighborhood with a big trailer. Yeah, you never know what you're gonna see here in Lethbridge. I walked over to the grocery store, which is just like a couple of blocks north in this direction, and walked over there, or didn't walk over there, drove over there the other day, and there were a couple of horses tethered to the trees outside the grocery, like somebody had actually rode in on horseback, a couple of people, to go grocery shopping. I thought that was hilarious. But also made me think that might be cool to, when push comes to shove and we're experiencing the energy crisis that we're moving into with global warming and all that stuff. Maybe going back to horses isn't such a bad idea. Let's see, there was a comment there. Read that. Our kids just started back to school the past 2 weeks. So far, so good. Well, that's good to hear. Yeah, that's good to hear. Like, I definitely don't wish an outbreak, you know, to be coming about because of the start of the school season, but, you know, just from working in the schools so many years, you know, I before I was teaching college and university level courses, I was working as subs in high schools and middle schools, and you know, forever at the beginning of the term, everybody got sick, you know. And then you get another, you know, you get some kind of flu that would come by later on after that, you know. Everybody get that. So I can't imagine COVID, you know, won't be bolstered by the back to school movement, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I like this strip in here, even though it's kind of a busy street. I like the more mature trees and the shade that's here during the summer and all of that. It's a place up ahead where I was trapping raccoons, or trying to, for a bit. Never succeeded, but after all was said and done, the family invited me in for beer and snacks, and they're Vietnamese, and they were giving me, like, you know, different kind of preserves, meats and stuff like that for snacks. And then they had this homemade kimchi, kind of, it is some kind of a pickled radish in a hot, spicy, fermented, you know, mixture. And it was really good. I commented on how good it was. It was my favorite thing that I ate there, and they gave me some to take home with me. Yeah, this is the place here. They gave me a little jar to take home with me, which was nice, and I savored it for a bit, and then ran out and I've always thought I should go visit again and see if I can get the recipe for that. Wasn't like the different like Korean kimchis I've had. It was thicker, like thicker slices of radish. I just pull out a slice at a time, like a pickle slice or something.
Yeah, 14 or 15. Yeah.
All right, we've kind of turned and heading south now.
I remember when we used to have a rooster. Yeah, he used to run around with a tree.
I wish we had a rooster running around here. Just overhearing what that guy's saying. Yeah, he's still talking about it. He said they used to have a rooster there that would start cawing at 4:35 in the morning. Running around in the corner there. I think there's quite a few Asian families in this Park Meadows area. I know Sensei Takakinjo, who runs a Gohakukai karate club here. He has a place in this neighborhood. It's probably was built in the 60s, developed in the 60s, maybe late 50s into 60s, this neighborhood. I'm not sure. Was that comment? What time is it here? I'm not really sure. Since I'm on camera here, I'm not able to see, or I'm too scared that I might shut off the video feed to switch screens to look at my time. But when I started walking, I think it was just after 5 o'clock or something like that. Hello. No, I generally don't if I can help it.
Better for the feet anyways.
That's what I think, you know? Yeah. Noting that I'm not wearing shoes. I get that quite a bit. Yes, this again is kind of the direction Chelsea and I go when we run. I think I'm gonna cut off of this main drag here because it's not too interesting and cut into the neighborhood south here. I wonder if this is also still considered part of Park Meadows once I cross that street. I'm not sure. Central Time, I think. Oh, yeah, no, I'm whatever, I think I'm on whatever, like Denver is on, or, you know, Great Falls. Oh yeah, this got to still be oh no, this will be, yeah, this is probably still Park Meadows. Down a few more blocks. I wish the alleyways looked more interesting. I'd go explore them. I was thinking about doing that, going down some alleys, but I like when people leave the stuff they don't care about in the alley, and then, you know, walking down them is kind of like a a garage sale. I mean, you can at least look, and if there's something that it's questionable whether or not they're trying to get rid of it, just visit their door. I don't know. I can get there's been points when I've got too carried away trying to salvage things like that. It's an interesting kind of face on the house with those tic-tac marks. Big arching wooden doorway, like some kind of Dutch or German cottage or something. I don't know. I wish I knew more about architecture, like this architecture and its history and stuff. I've tried to study it a little bit, but I haven't found the kind of research that I'm really looking for, which is more anthropological, like how you'd take apart, deconstruct the symbolism in some, far off places, lodges and stuff, as a kind of a microcosmos. Hey, how are you? Oh, there's a green strip. Should we check out the green strip? I think so. Green strip versus more of these houses. Good, how are you?
I'm like, you got problem?
I ain't got problem. You got problem?
No.
All right, cool. Yeah. He must have thought I was wanting to videotape him or something. I don't care what he was up to. If he needed to take a leak or anything like that. Nice. Another little park. I know I've explored through here before. I just couldn't remember exactly if it would turn into the narrow green strip here or if it opened up into a park with a playground. Yeah, pretty nice. Maybe when we start expanding our run. The run that Chelsea and I have been doing is just maybe 4.25 kilometers. It's not too far. But we've been doing it in run, walk, run, walk, run, walk. I think we're doing like 4 minutes running, 1 minute walking, 4 minutes running, 1 minute walking. And that's to build Chelsea's running cardio, because I got running cardio to forever. But I think it's also helping me to do it this way or that way, because I had that torn calf muscles not too long ago, and I never did like my official physiotherapy with that. We just kind of moved on to the eyeball trauma and left that behind. So I don't want to overtax those muscles either. I kind of need to build them back up, I figure. So it's kind of opportune time for both of us to be running together. It's just families going home or going through the park. I was wondering if I'd attract in some kids. What else? What else is new that I haven't already kind of touched base and updated on? I don't know. That No, I probably shouldn't talk politics stuff. Even that's a little, the U.S. elections is a little bit on my mind, but there's nothing I can really say about that. I don't know what, yeah, we'll just see what happens. I'm surprised that snag spruce is left standing there. I think it's nice that it's left standing. It's not going to endanger anything right now, unless it was to fall over that road on somebody just passing. Yeah, nice. I like this green strip and some kind of mature trees. And it's cool that there's a snag even, because that can be habitat for some insects and things that are better in snags. I should be looking closely for owl roosts because, with these kind of big spruces, a lot of times owls will take up a residency. Great horns. American politics is very worrisome. Yeah, that's how I feel. I don't even have what kind of design is this, hey? This is a very curious design. See if we can get an angle on that design. I don't know if that's phallic. Anywho, yeah, the U.S. politics is definitely worrisome. I'm really not like a champion at this point of any party down there or anything, What I just hope that the elections are carried out orderly, and whatever the outcome of those orderly elections is, that goes into place. People respect the process, and there's not a bunch of I think we'll head a little bit further south. Yeah, we got a bowling alley over here. Used to be a grocery store here, still a functioning 7-Eleven. There's I think also in that strip mall there's a Little Caesars, small liquor store, and a place where you can buy cannabis. Find a convenient place to cross. Car wash, auto sales. There's a pub and grill over there. Yeah, for those who are not from Lethbridge, the north side is considered, or had been considered, at least for a long time, the kind of the bad side of town. But it's pretty not bad. What was that note? I missed a note here. Hold on a second. Scare my parents to the point of selling their home and moving back to the reserve. Hope I missed something here. Oh yeah, that was a follow-up for the American politics issue. Yeah. Yeah, it's freaky. I don't know. I mean, I just hope it's, again, that it's done in an orderly fashion, that everybody that is of age to vote and wants to vote has the opportunity to vote whatever way is safe for them and all that jazz. Hey, or Okie, since you're from Lethbridge. Yeah, the kids ask now and then, where's Angela? How come we're not visiting Angela? What is this? Is this the... Oh, I think this is one of these athletic things. There's been hawks here. They may be in the tree. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think this is a swimming and skating facility in here. I don't know, I've never been in. Yeah, family pool. Stan Suick. Family pool. 3 more than a pair along highway toward the university. Can't catch it on camera. Could be Swanson's hawks getting ready to head south. They start conglomerating, along the 509 going to standoff. You'll see falcons. No, they're larger hawks, the ones I'm talking about. If these are falcons, oh, you probably got merlins there, and it's probably like a family of merlin, like a merlins with their babies from this year, something like that. Hey, a lot of their babies, but the babies will look as big as an adult, even though they were born this year. Yeah, that's the most common, like in the neighborhoods, like somewhere like this. If there's going to be a raptor there, the most common is a merlin here in Lethbridge. And they make those. Oh yeah, kestrels. Yeah, we don't have too many kestrels here. I see them though now and then. Mostly on some of the prairie roads, and then prairie falcons as well. But right in the heart of the subdivisions, I usually see merlins here. This is part of Winston Churchill High School complex. Hey, Ohio, how are you? Oh, Miners Library Ballpark. for baseball. So maybe I do got a shot. Yeah, and up here, this is the Winston Churchill High School, where, well, depending on where we are, where we buy a house, we'll see whether or not Will goes here for high school or any of the kids. But we're pretty near the house. I take Polly on walks through here. Hello. Bob Tarlick, the mayor at one time, was my principal. Where do you go to school, Angela? Was it here? Winston Churchill? Or you go to LCI? Left high school, ended 10th grade here. Self-studied. Yes, I am thinking about buying a house in 2 years. 2 years' time is the plan. Maybe just a touch more, but yeah, Chelsea and I got a 2-year time plan. Need a bigger house, you know, as the kids grow, and like need our own house too. CCHS till grade 10. Okay. CCHS. Oh, Catholic Central. Catholic Central. I see. Yeah, I like Bob Tarlick. I got some funny memories of him too, but I'm not going to record him on YouTube video. I don't know if he'd appreciate him or be embarrassed. Studio classes, how soon do they start back up? I am hoping that they will roll out, that will be rolling out September 1st. And the Blood Tribe Police is using the space this week to prep some of their candidates for testing. So they're kind of testing it out themselves. Yeah, Catholic Central. They're kind of testing it out themselves. Hopefully all goes well. We plan to use, you know, just basic like masks and face shields rather than desk shields and stuff. And that'll allow us to sit a little closer together. And I think, you know, I'll keep really diligent on the sanitation and on the PPE stuff, at least till we get to know each other and see if we feel like we can trust, you know, open breathing together. Who knows? But yeah, I'm hoping that September 21st, we're waiting to get the go-ahead from Service Canada. Oh yeah, spring rolls is the best for sure. I go in there every once in a while. On this side of town, there's a It's not exactly. It's not exactly Vietnamese. Not exactly Chinese. Um, it's a little bit of mix of this and that. And oh, you can imagine the stuff I got to say about Bob Tarlick. I bet you could if you grew up with him. But yeah, Spring Rolls is probably one of the better restaurants for that kind of food on this side of town. I go in there and I order if you're in Lethbridge and you want to check something out and you've never been there. This is kind of nice. This little garden of these. I think this is probably something along the lines of what Jackie's going for at our place, but I really didn't. I failed to water the little plants enough this summer. Okay, see you later, Yvonne. Ohio. Yeah, so if you're in Lethbridge or visiting Lethbridge or just never gone to Spring Rolls and wants to check it out and want to do like Ryan's order, I get the Osaka beef, and then I switch out, yeah, succulents, there we go. I switch out, because it comes with rice, I switch that out for the vermicelli, for the rice noodle. Yeah, I'd switch it out for rice noodle, and then I usually get a plate of crab puffs as a starter, which is a crab rangoon, kind of just wonton. Oh, is there Spring Rolls in Toronto? Cool. I didn't even know it was a chain. Order number 26 with crispy noodles. What's 26? I don't have the menu memorized. You're just about to 13th Street. Yeah, the crab puffs are good. Very, very good. And I like to dip them in hoisin. That might have to be my cheat meal when next time I take a cheat meal, which I don't think is going to happen for another 10, 11 days. Chelsea wanted to do this herbal cleanse, but it requires a pretty strict diet for 12 days. So we started the diet thinking she was going to start the herbal package, but she didn't get it for a couple of days, so we had to tack on. So instead of 12, it's 14. And it basically cuts out sugar, starches, and what else? Even like honey and grapes and oranges and stuff that have a lot of natural sugar, starches, and there's something else that it cuts. I can't remember, but I just been basically eating like straight protein, like meat, almond nuts, and apples, eggs. A lot of protein. Chelsea's had a more balanced diet with vegetables and stuff. I think I had a carrot last night. Oh, I remember. It cuts out dairy too, hey? You're pretty sick. Yeah. Yeah, we got to get all cleaned up. No black flies. I don't know what this little. Wonder if this is condos or what back in here, or might even be a senior's home. Yeah, Chelsea's looking great. You've been probably seeing the photos and stuff I've been posting for showing her off on my Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, I've been spoiling her a little bit though. Buy her some new clothes. Bought her some pearls for date night. Went to the comedy club and had some fun. Too much fun. Yeah. Yeah, I've been showing off Chelsea photos lately. Better stay outdoors. It's all masks indoors as of today. Yeah, I wish when I go to the grocery stores, I want people to be in masks. Out here, I don't really care. If I was in New York out here, I'd care because it's so crowded. But here in Lethbridge, we can pretty much keep our social distance walking around outside because look how many people are walking around, But yeah, like anywhere, especially those essential service places that people have to go in to get things, that you need for basic life and stuff. I think those places should all require masks. Cedar Creek Assisted Living. See, Chelsea could work right here and just walk to work. But she loves working in Standoff. She loves working there. She gets to work with, a little bit of family and just working with members of the tribe. It feels more comfortable to her. But man, it'd be nice if she didn't have to work so far away. It's like an hour drive each way almost. See, now I could get right out of the way. Big time social distance. Yeah, it just seemed like a crowd that wasn't gonna scoot to one side, so I wonder if that's still a functioning outhouse. I I wouldn't put it past it here at Lethbridge. Yeah, I'm almost home. This video is going to conclude here pretty soon. But yeah, this is the basic path that Chelsea and I will jog tomorrow. How rude, what? You talk about the outhouse? Yeah, right by Seaway. Yep. Fries at the Onion. I don't much go to the Onion. I can't say if I remember their fries. How's my eye? The eye is, I'll show it to you. It's healing. Let me whip the camera around here, put my drink in my pocket and try not to spill it on myself. So, it's this eye. And Chelsea says that she can see the damage in my eye when she looks into it. I don't know, because I can't look into it with that eye because I really can't see still with it. It's cleared up and it feels good. I don't have nearly as much light sensitivity and I don't have to have the squinty eye anymore. All of that. It looks normal, but it doesn't see normal. It sees, still like looking through a foggy glass. It may have improved. I'm going to go back to the ophthalmologist beginning of September, and it may have improved a little bit since my last visit, the vision part of it, but not in a hugely significant way for me. I mean, these are corrective glasses that I'm wearing right now, and they're not working really at all to correct the vision in that eye. Well, I guess they are, but mostly on that left-hand side of my field of vision. The more right-hand it goes, the more blurry it gets. And I've got to learn all kinds of things, to deal with that. Where am I? I've forgotten how far I've walked here. I think I'll head over here. I think this is where I'm going. Yeah, I got to learn all kinds of things to deal with having the eye like this, because like when I'm driving, for instance, there's been a few times now where like I didn't see something coming on that side because I didn't look far enough over with my good field of vision. So there's stuff like that. I banged my foot pretty good this week. Like I didn't run it except for a little earlier this week, but there were other opportunities that I wanted to run with Chelsea that I didn't because I banged my foot on a concrete slab, probably because of my vision. It was my right foot, and lifted the concrete slab out of its place like almost a size of a sidewalk slab, and tore into the front chunk of my foot, front part of my foot pretty good. Luckily it was under my toes, like as if I had front kicked the thing, and arced my toes back, so it wasn't a toe stub, which would have been worse. I'm good to, just happened a few days ago. I think I'm good to run tomorrow. I was thinking about that. Yeah, I'm in Lethbridge, Alberta in Canada. I was thinking about that compound bow that Chelsea bought me, and thinking how I'm gonna have to kind of learn all over again, like sighting, if I don't get all my sight back, how to sight a bow with my current vision. Oh yes. This one in front of us is nicely done. This green building up here, the rattlesnakes, they go about as far north as I am, Jose. This is their northern limit. Yeah, Lethbridge, Alberta. So if you were talking about this building here, Angela, this is these condos that I trapped both skunks and raccoons at before. They hire me when they get animals living in this complex, and it is nice. It's lots of shade in there. No, rattlesnakes don't even go as far as Edmonton. They don't go really further north than about like Tabor. We're pretty much the northern and western boundary for the prairie rattlesnake. Yeah, I really like this complex. It's always lush and green in here, and just the contours of the landscaping. This would be a nice little condo place to live. Yep, still light out for probably, I don't know, another couple hours or an hour at least. It is 7:47, okay. Yeah, it's dark when we put the kids to bed, and that's 9:30. Rattlesnakes, yeah, they're the only venomous snakes in Canada. We got a few different species, though. Only one in this area, but there's another species in British Columbia, and there's another species east of us. But yeah, just rattlesnakes. We don't got like copperheads or cottonmouths or coral snakes. Should be the other varieties of venomous, North American snakes. Yeah, I love that I live in a place with rattlesnakes. Where I grew up in the Willamette Valley in Oregon, there weren't. You had to cross over the mountains to the east side of the state, east side of the Cascade Mountains, in order to get into any rattlesnake territory. And during my last couple of years in high school, I did work out that way as a kind of started off as a kind of a maintenance dude at a camp run by the Oregon Museum of Science and Industry, as a field station out there for different things, mostly for universities to use, but they run camps for kids and stuff in the summer. So I wanted to be out. I took some of their couple of their different camp opportunities. They toured the Southwest one time, so I did that to go check out. It's like 6 weeks on the road, camping in tents and checking out the Anasazi ruins in the Southwest, and visiting like the Pueblos and the reservations down there, and that was pretty cool. But it was 6 weeks of like eating was it 6 weeks? Maybe not 6 weeks, but it felt like it's a long trip. And I survived on top ramen and oatmeal and like peanut butter, But anyway, I ended up working at that place on Eastern Oregon. First, kind of doing maintenance stuff, and then they lost a counselor for their camp, so I joined in that, and I got to like teach survival and mountaineering stuff and have fun playing in the desert and mountains for a summer with that job. And we had rattlesnakes out there. That was the first time I went hands-on with a rattlesnake. I grew up with snakes, but not venomous ones. You know, and the year after that, then I was in Texas and Louisiana, you know. And even when I was living in Boston, right in the Blue Hills just south of Boston, there's a population of rattlesnakes. So, you know, ever since I've been 17 years old, I've been around some kind of venomous snake, but not like I have been here in Lethbridge. This is just the golden opportunity for me. I loved, you know, the day that I got the phone call to ask whether I wanted to take over this program. So, heck yeah.
Really bad. They're like, okay, I'm gonna open school again.
So this is my place. And I have lots of yard work to get to. I really need to trim these 2 front hedges. They looking pretty messy. And of course, get some of these weeds out of here. These weeds are seeding, and the tree sprouts need to be taken out. Yeah, I broke out the weed eater, and I took care, basically cleaned up this side of the lawn. But I have that one left to go. And then the back, I've done some work, but I still got more to do back here too. Lots of weeding to get to yet. In my overgrown jungle garden. Anyhow, I guess that's it for this video. Little tour of my neighborhood. And I needed to get out and, you know, just stretch my legs a little bit. So figured I might as well take the camera with. I'll be on my way to Nirvana by dark. Okay, Angela, thanks for joining in, and others. See y'all again.